photography business as well, sports photography. Overnight, it disappeared. But we did have a plan B on the side, and we were involved in network marketing, doing something on the side, hoping that that plan B would become our plan A. And we had to really learn quickly how to do everything on a Zoom call. I am not technical in any which way. I'm really known to not know how to use a Zoom call and share my screen, but that's pretty fine because we were able to shift our way of bringing money into this house online. Unfortunately, my youngest son, was diagnosed with brain cancer, and so I had 2 sick children, no money coming into the house, lost 2 businesses in 2020, and was in lockdown. But I had to keep on going. And this is what I find with a lot of women, that they get up and they need to go and do what they need to do, because a lot of us have children, or a lot of us are going to have children, and we've got pathways to go forward to, and we've got to get up and we've got to go. Okay, so I had no choice but to do what I needed to do. Forward until 2021, Validus had come about into everyone's lives. The 19th of December, a very close friend of ours that actually went through this whole journey with my son as well, with his cancer, supported us emotionally. He gave us a phone call about Validus. I had no idea about it. He didn't even say the name of it. He said, "Do you trust me?" So we joined this business with not knowing the name of the company, not seeing a presentation. We joined with trust. Now, he did that for one reason only. He knew emotionally that we're going to need something. Financially, we're going to need something. And as we all know, a lot of us that are in this company, we know that provides a lot of things. But with myself, I was not in it for money in any which way. I needed to heal myself with what had happened to me, but I needed to get up and keep on going. And that's what Validus brought for myself at this moment. Now, I want to look at other women of their qualities, the qualities that they have, but they don't realize they have these qualities. And I look all the time at them. It doesn't matter whether they're in my team, whether they're not in my team, if they're coming face to face with me, and I can see that they have something there, but they don't believe in themselves. This is what I look for, and then I try and build them up there to become leaders that they are today. And we've had a few rubies there that have come out of doing this, and it's all from your heart. So that's what I've been able to do in the past. And yeah, that is about it really for me in a nutshell. Just wanting to help a lot of people. I don't care where they are, all over the world. If they are going to give me a phone call, I'm going to help them out and find their qualities and build them up as leaders and let their dreams come true, because I can see that the legacy that I want to bring for my family, which is the legacy for my son, it's going to happen with sharing and helping people. It's automatically going to happen. So everyone has a legacy, but it's not the inheritance that you're going to bring. That's only going to bring you financial. But no one can actually bring you any kind of legacy if you don't have that mindset to deliver to people. You don't have any kind of mentoring to deliver to people. That is a legacy that I want to leave behind, also for my family, for my friends, and everyone around the world. So that is my story, Tracy.
That's amazing. And I know personally how much you do there. And I think part of the conversation that we have to really lean into today, and what we want to talk through as I come in and out through the panel, is the female mindset that has this view that they can't do anything, or even when they get to a certain level, it becomes imposter syndrome. Did I deserve it? Why am I here? I got to diamond. Oh, but, is blue diamond or black diamond too far away? And quite often I'll say to people that we're coaching, what level do you want to get to? And and I get all these answers, and the only answer I want to hear is crown diamond, right? Because to be really successful, you have to take massive action. We aim for the top. We aim for the top, and then everything else comes along the way, right?
No,
and we set these goals and we build our 90-day plans in the female's brain. And, you know, oh, I need all this time, you know, a 90-day plan to get to a level that they should be at next week, because without this goal setting and without this drive that you can do it, and everyone can do it, to get to where they need to go to, but they definitely have to have a mindset, and we'll delve deeper into that sort of psychology of it as we go along. But thank you so much for your story, Fatima. Thanks for joining. We'll jump in and out. I'll now move over to Europe. Frederica is a blue diamond, one of the first, I think the first blue diamond in Europe, and has an amazing story. So, Frederica, welcome to the panel. Thank you so much for joining. Over to you for a little bit of your story.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Hello, everybody. Happy International Women's Day. It's such a pleasure and honor to be on this call. I just come out, I'm in Dubai, but I just came from Amsterdam. We had a women-only event in Amsterdam this weekend, and it was amazing. There were over 100 females in the room, and their energy was just amazing. And this is why I got so excited when Tracy invited me to this call today. I think this kind of calls can really make the difference here. So thank you for having me. And just to tell you a little bit about my story. So I actually, so I'm German Italian. I grew up in Germany, and I always had this dream since I was very little. I always had this dream to become a very successful actress in Hollywood, and I could only think of that. I didn't have any plan B. But then, unfortunately, life happened, as to many of us. And when I was about 20 years old, so about 10 years ago, I just came out of a very manipulative and mentally abusive relationship, and I didn't know anymore my worth. I lost the purpose of my purpose of life. I was very, very depressed at the time, and I got so depressed that it even had effect on my health, and I had to go to hospital to get some operations. And while I was lying in this hospital bed, I figured like I just hit rock bottom. And I was thinking to myself, this can't be it. There must be more to life. It can't be just that. There must be some purpose why we're here why we're here on this planet. And so I slowly started to flip my energy again and got into motion. And a few years later, I came to Paris, and that's when I was first introduced to the industries we're working in right now. So trading and network marketing. I didn't hear about those industries before, and I really didn't really understand at the time what it was about, because my French was really bad at that time. But I saw the potential of being mentored by people who had the results that I wanted. And I saw the potential to have the financial freedom, the geographical freedom, and the time freedom I always dreamed about, even as an actress. That's why I'm happy to be here in Dubai right now and being able to talk to you guys. So I started right away. The business. It was another business at the time. I must say I never regret one single day. I never regret this decision, even though I must say the beginnings were very, very hard. Like I had to cry myself to sleep sometimes. It was really hard at times, but I stuck to the plan. I never lost sight of the vision. I kept going. I persevered. And today, as Tracy announced, I got the honor to be the first female Blue Diamond here in Validus. And I'm so happy and honored to be in this company and to be in this opportunity I'm in right now, because it's very special. When I saw Validus, I saw real potential. I saw a lot of differences, a lot of like new opportunities that I haven't seen before in the industry. And even like as now today with the position I have, I figured out that I had the possibility to give an example, not just to any other people in this industry, but especially towards women. So I might be able to help you and inspire you to be able to, at any given moment in your life, be able to either walk away from a man or no matter what happens in life, but to have the confidence and the trust that you are able to create your financial future, and that you have the competency to do so, and that you don't doubt yourself, and you trust your intuition and you go for it. So that's why I'm here today, and I'm very honored to to be given you this. So thank you very much, Tracy.
Oh, that's amazing. And one thing I'll say with all the women speakers that you'll hear and that you've heard today is when you lean into your courage to be vulnerable, to tell your story from an emotional level, storytelling is very important for people to understand where you come from, for you to be able to inspire people to move on and to come on the journey with you. And let me tell you, the woman that doesn't require validation from anyone is the most feared individual on the planet, right? We are fierce. If we get out of that mindset where you need a man or you need somebody else to help you along your own personal journey, once you break that mental barrier, there is no limit to what a woman can do. So thank you so much for that.
Exactly.
It's an amazing story. And like I say, the courage of vulnerability in talking about leadership and how we go along is really important. We talk about the word leadership, and I see leadership being thrown around a lot. Everyone uses the word leadership, but I'm not quite sure if people really understand the definition of leadership and what it means. Sometimes you'll see people in roles with titles, but they're task-orientated transactional managers, right? Leaders don't demand respect from title. They don't look after themselves and talk about, oh, wow is me. A leader takes someone on the journey and leads them into making sure that their people rise. And I see a lot of those qualities in the women in Validus, not just on the panel, but some of the amazing women that I've had a great opportunity to speak to across the globe. And I think that's a really important topic to really understand, so that when we're taking people on the journey, when we're telling the story, when we're showing the opportunity, and when we're supporting people emotionally, for me, that is so important. In my corporate career, just to share a little side, in my corporate career, I was always one of the only women on a lot of different leadership teams globally. I've worked a lot of places around the globe. And it's interesting, when we take females on the journey of empowerment, when they get emotional, we lean into it and we say, absolutely, we are not robots. Make sure you embrace your emotions. Make sure you really let them out. Make sure that you really lean into that. And the only ever time I've ever been told, if I've got emotional because I'm telling a story and it is what it is, the only people that have ever told me don't get emotional or don't take it personal has always been another man. Because I feel when women get emotional, men start to get transactional. So once we come together as one and realise that every different diversity person or thing around that leadership table, it's really important for that different mindset to be able to handle the different topics. So yeah, very, very interesting topics, and there's more on that later. So thank you so much for that, Frederica. Amazing, amazing stuff. Now we will cross back to Dubai. Faye, are you there? Faye, our operations director, who works long and hard to keep our engine room running for the corporate team. So Faye, amazing. Thank you so much for joining, doing such amazing work down there, keeping it all happening. So welcome to the panel, and over to you to tell your story.
Tracy, thank you so much for inviting me for this panel. I'm so inspired and honored by all the ladies that are in the panel with us. Like, hearing their stories is just such an inspiration to all women, and I would say the whole world, if we can get their stories out there. A little bit about myself. I born and raised in Dubai, the UAE, and most of my journey was corporate world, and I've served in the medical field for a while, and then moved to so many other fields, including real estate, and I was just jumping from career to career, basically. And I had the honor to be part of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid team, the president of Dubai. And being in that team had me think a lot of His Highness vision for Dubai and the UAE and how he celebrates women. And 50% of the ministers in the UAE are all females. And I was thinking to myself, like, it is this time where you have to think for yourself, because all of my life I was about how to give back to my community, how to give back to people, whether it's in the medical field or to the people that in Dubai and the projects that we were working with His Highness on in Dubai. And I thought to myself, it's time to be selfish, and it's time to think about yourself and how you can make it as a female in I would say, a culture that the stereotype is like women have to have a family, take care of the kids, and be that person in the society. And what Dubai has offered us here, and it's an opportunity for everyone to grasp. And that's exactly what I have done. I challenged myself with the help of Mr. Al-Harith Al-Qasimi. He introduced me to this opportunity. And as Frederica said, I had no background knowledge about network marketing and stuff. Although I am not a networker at that, now, I'm basically a corporate team, but still having the access to all of you guys, especially Tracy, working closely with Tracy and seeing her on the Zoom calls and the effort she puts there, it's such an inspiration to all of us. And I bet the other females on this call can agree on that. We do need more ladies, females in the higher ranks in the company.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Faye. That's really good. And I'd really like to address that, because when you talk about the theme of International Women's Day, and of course, 2023 theme is actually embrace equality. And the sign for that is the hub, right? And every year you see the different themes come through. And I think for me, it's really great. So, and just to explain to the network, one of the reasons I chose Validus is because this is not token appointment. This is not, I'll put a woman in the seat of the table. This is appointment that puts a woman at a seat at the table with an actual voice. And I can tell you, anyone that sits on those calls and all my amazing co-founder and VP corporate colleagues would know that my voice is loud and it comes out and we express everything. And the fabulous part about that is we discuss it and we discuss it in an equal level. It's not the girls speaking, the boys are speaking. It's our VPs are speaking. And that's one of the amazing reasons with the team, the boys team, because I actually feel that most of our VPs are feminists anyway. They support the women's movement. They support all the work that we're going to do to bring women into the forefront of understanding that this opportunity is for everyone. There is no glass ceiling in this company. This company, when you join as an IBO, we don't have to do like corporate life. So most people have a job and then they've got to go and apply to work for someone. You don't have to apply to work with Validus and with our model. You don't have to go on a job interview and have someone say, yes, we like you. It's okay. We are open for everybody. We don't have to agree a fixed salary where you exchange your time for a big chunk of your time for a little bit of money that helps everyone else build their dreams whilst yours die. We don't have to be in a position where once we've worked for 5, 10, 15 years, that we've got to bang the door down to get a promotion, because our platform does not discriminate. You work hard, you show the opportunity, your salary is what you want to work for, your income is what you want to work for. If you get a promotion, it's because you worked hard. You don't have to compete with his mate, his golf buddy, or someone that he's, goes down the street whilst the women, are still fighting to get 1 in every 10 seats at the table. And this is the power of the Validus opportunity for everyone, especially the women. There is an invisible mental block for our women that says, why is it me? It couldn't be me. It shouldn't be me. Absolutely, it should be you. It can be anyone. Our platform doesn't know that your username is a male or a female. We do not have you have to apply for a promotion. It clicks over automatically when we realise and we see the amount of work that you guys put into it. So we don't face in Validus that conversation that's happening all the time, every Women's Day, pay gap, numbers on boards and seats and all of those things. As an IBO, there's none of that. This opportunity is so free for whatever you guys want to put into it. We can absolutely achieve it. And once you get outside of your own head and on the other side of fear, the sky is the limit, like you're seeing the girls on this panel do, and other amazing leaders like Hind. We've just got a new diamond down in Oceania. Christine's going to talk to you soon, a new diamond in South Africa. We've got amazing people like Trixie leading the way, right? So there is nothing here that other women have to deal with in the corporate life that stops you from attaining whatever you want at the speed that you want, when you want to do it, how you promote, because your work is what shows up and you're rewarded for it. And this is why this opportunity for women within Validus is invaluable for us to share and take the females out of this invisible blockage that says, I'm not as good as the boys, or I need to be something else. It is not true. And I cannot wait to spend the next months working with the women to break that invisible glass ceiling that we don't have here in this amazing opportunity of Validus. For me, it's not about ranking, and we talked about leadership. Yes, there are people that are leading the ranks right now, and they're getting there, but it doesn't mean you won't get there either. It's a matter of timing. If you've just started this week, work really hard to set your goals and your strengths and work out what that needs to be, because everybody has the opportunity to reach ground diamond. There is no limit and there is no boundary and there's no, brick wall that comes up that says, oh, no, you're a woman, you have to apply for this. It's just not the way we work. And what women need to understand and stop questioning why, why do we deserve it? Are we good enough? You do the work, you do the hard stuff, and absolutely we deserve it. And the things with the women conversation is not only are you girls achieving high, but a lot of women have that extra home, raising children, housework, all that extra responsibility that goes with what they have to do as they're working the opportunity. And to have that freedom to be able to do things in their own time and not have to go to a 9 to 6 in someone else's brick building is an absolute fabulous opportunity. And I hope we keep sharing this conversation so we can break down the walls that should not be there when you consider the conversations going on right now. So I really want to get pumped up about it. I really want everyone to think about that. When you think about the conversation that's been banging around for 100 years and it's still banging around now for when you work for a job and you work for a corporate organisation, Validus does not have any of those boundaries, not one. The only boundary we have, as I say, is this individual mental boundary that once we clear that, there is nothing that you all can't achieve. And I'm hoping with me and my VP colleagues and the founders that we accelerate that conversation to take you guys further and further right through to the crowns. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, thanks guys for your input so far. But let's move on. We need to move on. And we've got Ellie and her translator from Vietnam. Ellie's a new diamond from Vietnam. Ellie, are you there?
Ellie, bạn đâu rồi? Bạn có thể lên tiếng được không?
Hi everyone. My name is Elise. I'm a diamond in Validus. Chị có thể dịch lại mọi người. Hôm nay tôi rất là vui và rất là vinh dự được JC, giám đốc JC là mời xuất hiện tại Zoom cùng với mọi người.
Okay, so thank you for Tracy for a great introduction to me. So I'm really honored to be here for get the invitation from Tracy for be here and sharing my thoughts today. Thank you again for your invitation.
Very well.
Và cũng rất là vinh dự bởi vì hôm nay là ngày quốc tế phụ nữ và lại được xuất hiện trước rất là nhiều những người phụ nữ xinh đẹp và tài năng.
Yeah, but I'm so very honored because today is the Women's Day and I has a chance to be here for like a woman's community, really a grace and talents, and I'm really honored. I thank you again.
Xin chào mọi người, tôi là Ellie và tôi đến từ Việt Nam và tôi cũng đang đạt danh hiệu là Diamond tại Validus.
Hello everyone, my name is Elise. I came from Vietnam and very honored to be here, and I'm so excited because I achieved the diamonds in the Validus system.
Trước đây thì tôi có làm một kế toán và sau đấy tôi cảm thấy rằng cái công việc này không phù hợp với tính cách của tôi và sau đấy tôi thấy network marketing là một công việc rất tuyệt vời, rất phù hợp với tôi.
Okay, so first, I used to be accountant, but that was not really good job. That's not interesting job as I wished. But I founding a network marketing is really amazing chance for me. So that's why I'm here.
Và khi mà tôi biết đến công ty Validus thì tôi cảm thấy nó rất là một công ty rất là khác biệt hoàn toàn và gần như là bây giờ tôi đã đánh giá là đẳng cấp nhất thế giới và tôi đang rất là mong chờ những cái sự kiện để có thể xuất hiện cùng với Validus nhiều hơn.
But actually, after a long time, I see and I knowing about Validus, I believe Validus is one of the best company over the world, and I'm so proud and so exciting to waiting for another and great events that I can joining together with all the Validus family.
Và đặc biệt là ngày hôm nay là một ngày quốc tế phụ nữ, cho nên là tôi cũng rất là cảm ơn cái network marketing bởi vì là đã tạo cho một cơ hội cho những người phụ nữ có thể trở nên tự tin hơn, thành công hơn và giàu có hơn.
But today is the Women's Day, so I have to thank you for network marketing because that was a chance for me and the other women can be more confident, can came out of the world and becomes very, very successful and has a chance to show up ourselves.
Và tôi cũng muốn chia sẻ cho tất cả các bạn một vài những cái bí quyết để giúp cho chúng ta có thể thành công hơn ở trong cái lĩnh vực này.
Today, I also want to sharing a bit my experience, some tips that I think you guys can apply and can bring more success for you in the network marketing business.
Đầu tiên thì khi mà chúng ta đã quyết định lựa chọn một công việc gì rồi thì việc đầu tiên của chúng ta đấy là phải tập trung 100%.
First of all, when we are targeting, we do anything, we need to focus 100%. We have to put our heart, our efforts as a priority when you choosing this job.
Và điều tiếp theo là chúng ta phải liên tục trau dồi kiến thức của mình ở trong cái lĩnh vực đấy cũng như là học hỏi những cái người đã thành công ở trong cái lĩnh vực đấy ạ.
And second, we cannot give up. We have to trying unstoppable learning and have to follow to see what around anyone to be good, successful model. We have to follow, we have to learn and keep going.
Và điều cuối cùng là chúng ta hãy kiên trì theo đuổi cái mục tiêu của mình đến cùng cho đến khi nào chúng ta đạt được thì thôi.
And the last but not least, we need to be really working hard, resilient, and cannot be give up easily. We have to focus. We have to be a passion to achieve whatever we want.
Thì đấy là những cái điều mà tôi đã đúc rút được trong những cái năm mà tôi đã làm việc ở trong cái lĩnh vực này. Và rất mong phần chia sẻ này có thể giúp cho mọi người có một cái cảm hứng nào đấy trong công việc của mình.
That's all my key experience throughout a year. I'm working in the network marketing, and hopefully I can inspire or motivate the other person, the other women can try and be successful as I am doing now.
Chúng ta là những người phụ nữ cho nên là chúng ta có rất nhiều những cái năng lượng rất là tuyệt vời, và tôi tin rằng là nếu các bạn tự tin thì các bạn sẽ còn thành công và vang dội hơn rất là nhiều.
Yeah, and the last I want to say, because we are women, we have super power, then we can easy success and we can bring more and vibrate our positive energies, and then that can helping us engage it and boosting us to be leading to successful future and career.
Hãy tự tin về vẻ đẹp của mình, về kiến thức của mình, và chúc cho tất cả các bạn hãy thành công trong lĩnh vực này.
Be confident, be yourselves, and I would love you guys can successful in this business together with me.
Và Validus đã là một lựa chọn tốt nhất rồi, và chúng ta không cần phải suy nghĩ gì hơn. Việc của chúng ta là hãy tập trung chiến đấu và dành cho chúng ta những cái giấc mơ mà chúng ta đã đặt ra.
Don't look around because Validus is the best. Just focus what you are doing now and then we will get it. The best thing for us.
Và đấy là những cái điều mà tôi muốn nhắn gửi đến tất cả mọi người trong buổi Zoom ngày hôm nay, và rất mong rằng sau cái buổi Zoom này thì mọi người ở trong Zoom ấy chúng ta sẽ thành công hơn, và có thể một cái ngày nào đấy thì chúng ta sẽ gặp nhau tại cái sự kiện tháng 5, một sự kiện toàn cầu của Validus.
Hopefully today we can helping together growing, and I'm so excited that we can success together, growing together, and see you guys in the biggest event in the Validus in the next May.
Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại tất cả mọi người ở tại sự kiện tại Dubai.
Thank you and see you soon in Dubai.
Awesome. That was amazing. Thanks so much. All right. So everyone give the speakers that we've had so far some love in the chat. Let's put some fives in into the chat to thank everyone so far who's told their stories and who's sharing this amazing conversation with the world. And I think one of the things to take from Ellie's conversation is the fact that, you need to know your why. What is your why? You need to know what your why is. You need to ground to it. And then even if you encounter defeats, and sometimes it's great to encounter defeats so you know who you are and you know how well you can rise, and you'll still come out of it. We are powerhouse women. Every single woman is responsible for the future of the whole world, right? We grow children. We make and raise children. We are the homemakers. We nurture and we make sure that the world keeps spinning. So if we can grow humans inside us and make sure that the civilization continues to grow, I think that it shows that we're pretty powerful human beings, right? And that's a really powerful thing to think about. If I can grow a human, and if I'm capable of growing a human, getting up when I fall down and getting up when I fall down is simple compared to that, right? So, I think the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. And let me tell you, we have it in spades. So that was amazing conversation with Ellie. Again, we have all the facilities. It doesn't matter what nationality you are, what language you speak. There is always something that Validus will do to ensure every single person on the globe, where you are, what you speak, your language has no boundary. Again, no boundaries in this amazing opportunity. So thank you very much, Ellie. Thanks for joining us. Amazing story and amazing positivity. And I can't wait for all the girls to get together in Dubai. We are talking about doing a few little women's events, so stay tuned for that. But I cannot wait to see all our powerhouse women in Dubai with us in May, in the May event. So thank you so much. That was awesome. All right, now let's switch back to Australia. Nadia, are you there? Hello, welcome to the panel.
Thank you so much, Tracy, and thank you so much for having me on this wonderful Zoom today. Happy International Women's Day to everyone. I've loved hearing everyone's story. Congratulations to everyone. It feels so wonderful to be a part of such a panel of powerhouse women. So I appreciate the welcoming in today. A little bit about me. My biggest achievement so far this year that I can openly say that means the world to me is my children. Okay, they inspire me every day. They give me strength more than anything in the world. I am a mother of 3 beautiful children. I homeschool all 3 of them full time. And I have a 14-year-old, 12-year-old and a 7-year-old. My 7-year-old always calls me Wonder Woman. And my 2 girls, everything I do for them. I want them to see what their mum is doing so they can be better, so they can grow up in this world and be better than me, all right? Another thing I do is I am a private investigator. I've been a private investigator for over 15 years. I came in the industry after being a beauty therapist for many, many years, and I wanted a change in career. And when I fell into being a private investigator, no one would give me an opportunity. No one would let me in. I remember sending out resumes to hundreds of different organisations, and it was a very dominant male industry, and I just couldn't get my foot in the door. So I made a decision 15 years ago that I was going to create my own company. I was going to do it myself. I didn't need anyone to, build the foundations for me. I was going to build the foundations for myself, and I certainly did that, and I dominate the market here in Australia as one of very few, very strong, dominating private investigators. I have a huge investigation company, and I do multiple things in that company, and I help a lot of people. So I've enjoyed doing that, and I have built up a lot of foundations around me. And I know Fatima brought this up back in 2020. We all went through a really, really hard time over the last couple of years. We won't mention what that was. We all know what that was, and I feel like we've come to the end of it. But like many, and like Fatima and her family, we struggled. My business turned to eggs, basically scrambled eggs. It was non-existent. We were unable to operate our investigation company any longer. I wasn't able to bring any money in, and I had to rely on government handouts to survive. And that broke me. And I'm going to be really raw with you guys today, because this is serious. This is something that I went through. This is my journey. It broke me to a point where I didn't remember who I was. I forgot the Nadia that built up this foundation of a company. I forgot the Nadia that was a mum of 3 beautiful children. I had a weight on my shoulders. I had this overwhelming debt that sat on my shoulders of all the foundations that I built up over 15 years was pretty much going to be burnt and gone. And unfortunately, I got myself in quite a substantial amount of debt because we had to start paying the overheads of the company. We had to start paying all the boys, and there was no money coming in. And I didn't know what to do. And I hadn't been involved in any kind of network marketing. I was an investigator. I'm here to build foundations to help people. How do I move into something else? I didn't know what to do. And at that point, I remember I started breaking down. I suffered from severe depression, mental depression. And they say the mind is a battlefield, right? You got to get your mind right. But I couldn't get out of that slump. And I remember one particular day I was crying on my knees, crying my eyes out. And my husband said to me, "What is wrong? You are the matriarch of this family. You are the powerhouse of this house. How can you be crying? Why are you crying? It's affecting the kids. It's affecting us. It's affecting everything. Why are you allowing this to get to you?" And all I could think of was, how can I be in this situation to a point in my life where I'm about to lose everything I've worked for? And I just didn't know what to do. And I relied on a lot of prayer, and I was praying to win Tats Lotto, believe it or not. And it sounds funny now, but that's what I was doing. And the lady at the Tats Lotto place remembered me very well. And she was giggling every time I'd come in, not really knowing the hardship I was going through. And I said to my husband, I remember looking at him going, "My prayers aren't working." And he said, "I think you're praying for the wrong thing." So I started praying for the right people to come into my life to get me back to where I needed to be, to get me back on my feet so I could be the person I was, so I could be a better mum than I was, and I wasn't drowned out with all this, torment of not being able to move forward in my life, financially, mentally, emotionally, all those things. I felt the weight on my shoulders. And I got involved with a different network marketing. I won't mention the name of it. I did not look under the hood of this particular marketing business. But I had no choice. It was a situation where I had to find something. And that particular platform got myself out of debt. I ran with this platform for over a year, and I paid off $1.70 million worth of debt. But it didn't have the foundations. As I said, I didn't look under the hood. I jumped in, eyes closed, praying for a miracle. And unfortunately, that platform didn't work for me long term. And then after that faltered, I stood there and I'm thinking, well, I'm debt free now. What am I doing? You know, what am I doing? My business is starting to work. You know, why am I here? What is the real reason I'm here on this earth right now? And I started thinking that I wanted to help people. I felt a need to help people and I felt guided to that particular path. And Validus came along and I looked under the hood of this particular platform. All right, I looked under the hood, I investigated this particular platform, I got to know the owners, and I was so humbled by these people. I was so humbled by the culture, their foundations, the family, the unity that it brought. I was just blown away by this level of what they had to offer. It was more than just, you know, being able to become financially free. There was so much more that they, you know, had to offer us. And I remember meeting one of the owners, Monsul Tawafi, and he was exceptionally present with sharing so much information with me. And I was so humbled to sit with him, and including Fadi as well. And I'm so appreciative of these gentlemen because I saw an opportunity where I could help many people. It wasn't about me anymore. And I found at that moment, I found my power. I found my power and I found me again. And I found an opportunity in a platform that had foundations, that had people that cared, that brought me back up to where I needed to be, where I can actually come forth and go, hey, I reckon I can help people. I've been involved in Validus coming into 5 months now, and I can tell you now it's the best decision I've made. All right, I've got to band with people like yourselves, strong, independent women. I've got to work with people at the leadership, Tracy, you know, all these wonderful, inspiring women and, you know, the foundations it brings and the amount of people that I've been able to help in this short 5 months is minuscule for the amount of people I'm going to be helping moving forward. And I'm so grateful that this has come along. It's not only financially viable and giving me extra income where I've become now financially independent, where I do not have to rely on my job anymore. I do not have to rely on my investigation business anymore. I do not have to worry if it gets shut down anymore because I have foundations under me right now. And the great thing about this particular platform is, as I said, and I'll say it again, I've looked under the hood and I feel so secure in this and I feel so blessed, if I can say anything, to be a part of something so strong and to see the growth of this and to be a part of that growth. Yeah, I'm humbled. So, and I wanted to be raw with you. I wanted to be open and share with you my journey in and how I got into this space. And I'm so grateful now that I don't have to work my traditional business anymore because this is the platform that's taken me next level. So with that said, Tracy, thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for everyone that's jumped on this panel. Fatima, I know that you are a leading lady here in Australia too. I appreciate you. And I'll hand it back to you, Tracy. Thank you.
Awesome. That was so inspiring and so powerful as well, Nadia. And I think one of the takeaways from yours is, you know, behind a lot of success stories that we have with the women is they had no other choice. And the fact that when you start to believe in yourself and you know that there's something greater inside you that can clear any obstacle when a mother needs to look after her cubs and her family. And it's really, really inspiring to see how you've done that in such a short time since the 2020 scenario began. And I enjoy working with you guys as well and you know, taking us further and everyone on the panel. So let's give it up for Nadia. Put some 8s in the chat. That was wonderful and a very good example of how having enough courage to be vulnerable, to strip back things that you think, should I say that? Will people think I'm, you know, a failure, or will people judge me, and all of those things. And I think the amazing courage that the females have on this call tonight to really strip it back and really be courageous and vulnerable to tell the deep story for anyone, to inspire anyone that thinks right now, I didn't think I can do it. You'd be thinking differently now, I hope. All right, so thank you very much, Nads, that was amazing. And to our panelists, we have a new diamond in South Africa, nominated by Trixie Cocky, another amazing blue diamond down there, doing a lot of work in that region. So Christina, welcome to the panel. Are you there? Christina, you'll have to unmute.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tracy. And greetings to all women in power and happy International Women's Day today. My name is Christina. Can you hear me, Tracy?
Yes, we can. We can't
Okay.
see you. We can hear you.
I'm coming. I'm panicking because this is huge. I'm coming on video. I just want to talk first and then after I'll come.
Okay. Whatever makes you comfortable, that's fine by me. We can hear you. So
all
thanks.
right. Okay. My name is Christina. I am proudly South African and I am honored to be part of this meeting. Thank you very much, Trixie, my upline, for nominating me to be part of this. I'm not good on talking. I am a shy person. That is why I'm saying I'm gonna come out after. So I'm not good on talking. I'm not gonna take long. I will talk about my journey in network marketing, especially with Validus. This journey, I started it with my husband 2 years back. It's 1.5 years back. We started, the situation was not good at all at our home. It was not good financially. We had debts. We couldn't even afford to pay the rent. We couldn't even afford to pay our children's DSTV. Things were very bad. And then this company came at right time. It gave us a reason to fight. It gave us a reason to push. So today I can say things have changed. We couldn't even have money to buy the package. I remember I borrowed $50. I joined Validus with $50. I borrowed the $50. And then thanks to Sanu and Bilal, I will always mention their names in this journey because they helped my husband. Because my husband joined without a package. Then they paid the package for him. We started working. I can say today, Ms. Tracy, things are, I'm not going to say perfect because we are still fighting, but Validus did so much for us. Today we have 2 cars that bought by the earnings from Validus, and we just deposited a house, 4-bedroom house with swimming pool. Guys, I don't believe this. With Validus, and Validus also helped us to doing so very well. It makes millions, that business for us. So I can say to women out there, I just want to empower a few women out there who don't believe in network marketing. I want to encourage you guys to stand up. If you say you can't recruit, get someone, as my partner is my husband. I can't speak, I can't present, but my husband does. So I recruit, I bring people, then my husband presents for me. So you can also do that with your downliner or you can do it with your upliner if maybe you don't have a partner. So we are here, I am here where I am because of him as well. So thank you so much.
Wow, such an amazing story. Let's put some nines in the chat, and here she is on screen, Christine. Wow, what an amazing opportunity and a story of your journey. And this is just reiterating exactly what we're saying. You don't need a lot of money. You have no boundaries. There is nothing from stopping you from moving forward in this business into the spaces that you powerhouse women are taking us to in every story that we tell. And I think it's just a fabulous, fabulous round of stories. I think they're so inspiring. I hope to see everyone in Dubai where all of us women can get in a room, do a little bit of female mindset training and all things. So, you know, I can't...
You know, and I'm in this level, in this rank of diamond with $50. I am reaching $50 in 90 days. Last year, we were in this strategy of 90 days. Is the one that has builded us. They just come with $50 and then they upgrade with their earnings. We do this challenge of 90 days. I'm telling you, it did work for me. Today, I am a diamond. As you can see, it worked for me.
Amazing. And that is such an achievement that we're also very proud of you. I know, you know, in the conversations that we're having, and I know that our corporate team certainly supports. We have our corporate team online. Can you guys put in the chat 1111s to let everyone know that the corporate team is
Thank you.
Everything we're doing to move forward with the diversity and the female empowerment and leadership. And, you know, I can't wait to see how this goes as we go along, because I can see us from going strength to strength in acceleration, in amazing leaps and bounds, and especially as we run down our 90-day plan that we're getting through at the moment in preparation for our international conference. It's going to be helpful, and the added value that the company is working on to support that journey is next level. So we can't wait to share some of those topics as we go across the countdown to our international meeting. Well, thank you so much to all the panelists. All right, put twos in the chat, please, to thank the entire panel room. Thank the guys behind the scenes in the company room who have put together this amazing Zoom for us. And look, it's given me immense pleasure to address all the women out there and the community. Let me tell you how strong and capable you all are. You have immeasurable power in you, and it's time that you unleash it. If you let someone define you, they will always define you less than them. And my Oceania team will tell you, I say this all the time. When you let someone define you, they will always define you less than them. So here's my last thought, and I really want you guys to think about it. I'll leave you with this question. It shouldn't be who's going to let me. It should be the question, who's going to stop me? Right? So on that note, thank you so much for celebrating International Women's Day, for all your time, all your effort, and I cannot wait to see our powerhouse women in Dubai in May. Thank you so much, everybody. Cheers.
Recording.